Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. A very good day to you guys all out there, wherever you are. On the continent of Africa, especially Europe, America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, a weekend. Yes, and a lot has taken place yesterday, last night, and early this morning. We've been monitoring to know exactly what is happening around the football world. Ladies and gentlemen, but one thing that is very clear, evidently clear, is that in this transfer window, the most prolific striker in Europe right now, Victor Gyökeres, seems to be on a quiet. No club is showing interest on Victor Gyökeres. Chelsea's interest in Victor Gyökeres slowed down the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks. As now, they are no longer talking about Victor Gyökeres. No club. I am just wondering, what might be the problem? What is it that made all the clubs to go quiet on Victor Gyökeres? In Europe this season, he is the highest goal scorer. Will I say the highest? One of the highest goal scorers. Yeah, that's the word. One of the highest goal scorers. One of the youngest talents that are scoring goals. He's not the highest. I think Mbappe and they score more goals than him. But if you look at the statistics, he's one of the shining stars that many clubs before now were interested in. Right now, what happened? Did I say Cristiano Ronaldo? Mbappe. You see? Forgive me, my memory. Talking about players like Mbappe. Mbappe could score over 40 goals this season in Europe. Right? Great. So, many other players, I think 2 or 3 other players, if I'm not too sure, that are ahead of, 2 players ahead of Mbappe. But this guy is prolific. And he was part of the news in the past few months. All of a sudden, the last 2 weeks, every club has just gone quiet on Victor Gyökeres. What is happening? Right now, not a single big club is showing interest in Gyökeres. They are all moving to other targets like Sesko, Ekitike, Ramos. Is there any red flag, any massive red flag that the clubs are finally seeing that we fans are not seeing? I heard from one source that it's about his wage demands. I don't think so. I don't think a player coming from the Swiss player will be demanding for a huge amount of. No, I don't think so. There is something that I really would like to get to know. Or maybe clubs are working underground. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we wait to see the coming weeks. Yeah, because the transfer window will officially be open on the 1st. And then to shut again on the 10th. Reopen again at the end of the month. Yeah, it's going to be open on the 1st because of the clubs that are going to the Club World Cup. So UEFA has allowed it. The windows will be open for 10 days. So that the clubs that are going for the Club World Cup, they'll have the opportunity to sign as many as they want to sign before going to the Club World Cup on the 15th of June. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea to ask DELAP to put Club World Cup ahead of England games. Chelsea have to ask DELAP before the deal is officially signed to put aside the Euros that England is going to be, represented, and he is expected to be in that England squad, the England _21 team. Chelsea want to make sure the players agreed to forego the England assignment and go to the Club World Cup instead. Hey, my goodness. This is where the challenges are going to be coming from. Your national team, your club, your national team needs you. And if in some national teams, if you refuse, if you put your club ahead of them, you are done. You are finished with the national team. So maybe if Chelsea will have to negotiate with England it's not up to the player. Chelsea have to negotiate with the English national team and the 21 national team coaches for them to understand. And if they have other options, other players that are under 21 that are good strikers, then they'll be happy to let him go. Otherwise, there will be a war between the player and his national team with his new club. Some national teams also will say, well, since you are signing for a new club, go and settle with your new club. It will help us also in the future. So go first, finalize the deals with your new club, settle down with them. Then in next consequent, call-ups, we will call you. It's all about negotiations. But Chelsea want to make sure the player is willing to let go the national team and play for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. Club World Cup. Now, Enzo Maresca was asked a question about Raheem Sterling. Whether Sterling returning to Chelsea this summer, how does he see Sterling? Does he still have opportunities with Chelsea under his coaching? Maresca was emphatic and said no. Listen to Maresca. Enzo Maresca and Raheem Sterling out of the project. He said, I have been honest. He will have no minutes here. Raheem Sterling will have no minutes with Chelsea from this moment, according to our gaffer. He said, I'm not saying Raheem is not a good player, but I prefer different kinds of wingers. It's simple. Ladies and gentlemen, means that Sterling returning to Stamford Bridge or Cobham in the coming weeks, yet he is not going to be part of the first team, not even in training. Anyway, it is your Saturday morning breakfast quickly. 2 transfer news and I'll let you go. Jared Brandwaite is the latest centre backs Chelsea are having a look at. We understand Chelsea are already in talks with Brandwaite entourage. Yes, the centre back, the English international. Now, we understand talks are intensifying right now as we speak. But further talks to happen next week for the centre back. We still want a centre back from McGuay to whoever now. We are back to Jared. Jared was actually from last season. Chelsea's eyes were on Jared. Then all of a sudden, the interest cooled down. Now the interest is up again. So ladies and gentlemen, he will be a good partner to Levi Colwill. He will be a very good partner. Levi Colwill, Rhys James. 3 English centre backs. Trevor Chalobah. I'm still struggling to believe that Chelsea want to let go Trevor Chalobah. I'm still struggling. Trevor Chalobah, Tosin. These guys, they grew into the system. They've developed. They are now they are beginning to perform together. Tosin beginning to perform. Trevor is on top. Levi Colwill, they are all growing together, developing together. Then all of a sudden, or maybe they are going to be keeping all. Levi Colwill, Tosin, 2. Trevor Chalobah, 3. Right? Brandwaite, 4. 4 centre backs. It will not be bad. Yeah. Because we are going to be playing Champions League, Premier League. We play Premier League on Sunday, play Champions League on Wednesday, play Premier League on Saturday, Champions League on Tuesday. So, and there could be injury and fatigue. 4 centre backs in this squad will not be bad. It will not be bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is what it is. So next week, further talks to happen next week. Now, breaking news. Ekitiki's representatives are in London. Ekitiki's representatives are in London as we speak. They are in London. Meetings will be taking place. Crucial talk between Chelsea and representatives. No bid has been made as of now. Means that Chelsea are actually in for another striker. Chelsea are actually in for another striker in Ekitiki's, right now. Looking at him, I would just say that it is possible we could have 3 strikers. McGuay, from my understanding, we're going on loan. Maguire could be going on loan with Ipswich as we are getting DELAP from them. He'll be going on loan there. So we're going to have Jackson, DELAP, Ekitike. Jackson, DELAP, Ekitike. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea fans, Jackson, DELAP, Ekitike. All these three in Chelsea squad next season. It wouldn't be bad. But it will create massive problem for Enzo Maresca unless he has the management skill to manage the players. Otherwise, there'll be conflicts. Because for me, they are all on almost the same level. The difference, like, you know, they all have their own strength and their weaknesses. And that is it. And if we want to say, okay, we are moving Jackson to the left wing. Remember, we are talking about Gyökeres coming in. We are talking about Nico Williams or Gyökeres coming in. And we still have Sancho, which Chelsea is about to activate his obligation to buy clause. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it's your breakfast. I will not waste much time. Those are the breaking news out for you this morning. I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.